Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day, our last Wednesday, Friends Day in kindergarten. We are going to read a book this morning called Hot City, one of my favorite books. I was so lucky that I had this at home to share with you guys. I was wondering, though, as the weather gets warmer and summer is coming, we've been talking about summer this week, what's your favorite thing to do in the hot weather? Do you like to set a sprinkler up outside? Maybe you have, maybe you like to put on your swimsuit and you have like a plastic pool or a blow-up pool or something like that you like to play in. Does anybody like to drink cold water from the hose? Or water balloons? What do you like to do on a hot day outside? What I used to do as a kid is we used to get buckets of water and paintbrushes, and we used to paintbrush like the sidewalk. And sometimes we paintbrush each other with water. That's just something simple and fun that you can do on a hot day. But these kids have a different idea that you might keep in mind too. So Hot City is by Barbara Josie and illustrated by R. Gregory Christie. Hot City. For Joe, who loves books, and my daughter, thank you for your friendship and the many summertime days spent together on Jackson Avenue. And you remember they have their initials there so we know who they're dedicating the book to. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to show you the pictures, okay? Me and Joe on the front porch steps, cement steps, hot as a fry pan, sizzling. And my own sweet self, that's what's cooking. Hey, Mimi, says Joe. He's my little brother. What you want to do? Yeah, they're kind of bored. You ever been bored? I bet not. Nothing, I say. Nothing, he says. Uh-huh. But Joe can't do nothing. Oh, no, he's got jumps in his skin. Hey, Mimi, says Joe. Let us spy on the blah blah ladies. Nuh-uh, I say. Mrs. Parker's wearing a fancy dress like a princess, Mimi. Inside, blah, 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 says Mrs. Parker, flouncing her dress. Blah, 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 says Mama, fanning her face. Blah, 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 says Aunt Pearl. Mama sees me. Oh, sweet girl, pour that iced tea, would you, honey? And Joe passes us some cookies. We do for Mama and the blah blah ladies, then slip out slow and easy. Have you ever heard, do you think they're really saying blah blah blah? Have you ever heard grown-ups talk? Maybe that's what it sounds like to kids sometimes. We walk. Sweat runs like a river across my face, down my back, filling me up. The snow cone man rings the bell at us. Have you heard any ice cream trucks going by your neighborhood lately? Mimi, asks Joe, his eyes big as moons. 2 snow cones. Princess pink for me, dinosaur green for Joe. We lick fast, but not fast enough. Why do you think they have to lick so fast? Remember, it's hot. Bet they're melting. A big bus passes by, huffs out, smoky black, stinky black, dragon hot. Bricks on one side, bacon in the sun. Buses on the other, huffing out hot. Us in the middle. I take Joe's hand to cross the street. It's slimy wet. And then, you ready? Now there's no words, so you have to look at the picture. They're seeing something. Can you guess what it is? In the cool library, I go where I want. So I take myself to the princess shelf. Joe goes to dinosaurs. We take our time, picking slow. In the library, I sit down where I want, so I plop down in a big old chair, smooth and cool like a throne. I turn the pages of my book slow, like a princess. I rub my fingers on the gold sparkle edges like a princess, and I look at the gowns. And then look, she's pretending that she's a princess. I love this part. And there she is, like on a pink horse, or is it a unicorn? Oh, it's a unicorn. Of course it is. There she is on her unicorn horse. I'm losing my pages here. Oh, and here's Joe. Guess what he's on? Dinosaur. I think these books are taking them to places they'd really like to be. Me and Joe look down at the city, sizzling hot. There's people out there, sweating out rivers. There's buses out there, huffing out hot. Still hot out there. Cool in here. Sometimes it is really hot and you just want to stay inside. And that's okay. The library is a neat place to go. Hoping maybe they'll open this summer sometime. But if not, I bet you could set up a library in your house with all the books that you have. Nini, Joe says, grinning. It's good we came, isn't it? Joe sticks out his chest like he's king stuff. It's good, I say. And that is the end of Hot City. Remember for our check-in this morning, tell us what you like to do on a hot day. Maybe you like to stay inside and do something so you don't get too hot. Thank you so much for enjoying that book with me. And I will see you tomorrow for our last day in kindergarten.